it seems like in today's times, it is becoming harder and harder to truly live a soft life. And if this is not what you hope to have for yourself, then this is not the video for you. But if you are like me, if your desire is to live a soft life, a life where you can be 100% authentic to your core values, you can live with ease and remain balanced and at peace and committed to doing the things that feel good to you, that are good for you, and for being a truly positively best you that you could possibly ever be. Not only for yourself, for the people around you, and even beyond. And it seems like we're living in a culture that just wants to promote this like overworking, hustle and grind, 30-minute break. That is ridiculous. The idea that that is normal, a 30-minute break is like a normal thing to just like be grateful to have at a job. That is it just me? But that seems like really crazy. I don't know if it's just me. It might be, but that seems ridiculous in my opinion. First of all, you need 5 minutes to heat up the food if you brought your own food. You need 5 minutes to go to the bathroom. You need 5 minutes to wash your hands before and after and go. Basically, technically, that is not enough time. And then after you eat, you got to go straight back to work. Nah. That's not enough time. I want to come on here and share 5 tips that will help you, because they've been helping me, basically navigate a soft life, even if you are caught in the workhorse culture. If you are in a 9 to 5 and you feel like you're slaving away and you can't stand your coworkers and your boss pisses you off every day and you're overworked and you're beaten down and all that stuff, then this video is going to not only help you remember what you need to be doing, but it's going to make it seem a lot more simple than you think. So let's dive in. Get your tea, put your AirPods in. If you're on a walk, keep walking, whatever. Let's dive in and enjoy this special moment that you and I have here together. So the way we're going to get by in this workhorse world, and if what we truly want for ourselves is to live a soft life, we got to follow these 5 tips. The first tip is we're going to create real self-care. This is your foundation. This is your backbone. If you do not have real self-care, or you know what is real self-care, right? What is it? Real self-care is not buying something for a instant gratification feeling, and then once you're tired of looking at it for a couple weeks, you're over it. No, real self-care is doing the things that nurture your well-being. Things that if you do them on a consistent basis, really have a positive effect on you in the long term. All right, tip number 2 is awaken your self-awareness. In a world of endless distractions, this seems impossible sometimes. Practicing mindfulness is just one part of awakening your self-awareness. Mindfulness helps you to access your intuition. And when you have clear access to your intuition, you are able to make good decisions for yourself. And what I mean by making good decisions for yourself is making decisions that actually align with your authentic self. So for example, if you are, during a work task, you are, about to lose it. And actually the other day I did this where, I felt like I was like losing myself, and I'm like working and I'm just like so frustrated with everything. And I decided, okay, I'm going to tune in to myself. What can I do so I don't look weird? Because I'm sitting with a bunch of coworkers, but I decided I was going to listen to the sound of my breath. Because you can hear it. And I decided, okay, I'm going to listen to the sound of my breath. And when I started listening to it, I realized, oh my God, I'm taking really short, fast breaths. Breaths? Yeah, that. And as soon as I realized what I was doing, that gave me the opportunity to slow my breath down and concentrate and remember I'm supposed to be breathing from my belly, and I'm supposed to be taking deep, intentional breaths, not rapid, short breaths that are probably contributing to my stress in this moment. But in awakening your self awareness, you gotta practice mindfulness. You gotta practice it. You gotta, and I'm not saying you have to be one of those people that meditates every single day, but being present with yourself is so important, especially in a world of distractions. You got to be present with yourself because you will feel like you don't even know who you are. You know, if you're not already at that point, it is to come. Number 3, preserve your peace. And that's right. You have to preserve your peace. You can't blame your peace being ruined by everybody else, your boss, your spouse, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, the mailman. Your peace is 100% in your hands to fully do with it what you want. You have the power to preserve your peace. You have the power to absolutely destroy your peace. Part of your peace can be preserved by simply being open to receiving love and support and abundance. If you have at least one person on this planet who cares about you, who loves you, and who truly desires to support you with nothing in return, then you are blessed. And be open to receiving that. Another way that we ruin our own peace is needing to control everything. Once you release the need to control every part of your life, you begin to invite in so much peace. Would you believe me if I told you that 75% of your life is actually out of your own control? What if I literally said 25% of your life is the only part that you can actually control? So much of our peace is ruined by ourselves when we are constantly looking to micromanage every detail of our life. Surrendering to control always leads to finding creative solutions that you never thought you would have found. And surrendering control simply opens up the door to inviting in ease. We make our lives so much harder than they have to be sometimes, especially when we're micromanaging the small details that are absolutely out of our control. And we disrupt the ease in our lives when we literally try to row a boat upstream. Do you know how difficult that is? What if I told you that is exactly what you're doing in the majority of your life? In the areas of your life where the stream is flowing downward, you are trying to row against it. You're going to exhaust yourself and you're never going to make it up that stream because the stream is out of your control. Tip number 4, remember who you are. You got to rediscover your joys and maybe even discover new passions. And rediscovering who you are, like remembering who you are, is not going to be perfect. But simply embracing the process is so much fun. And at the end of our lives, when we look back, it's simply the journey that we truly take back from this entire experience. It's not the destination. I know it sounds so cliche, but at the end of our lives, we're not looking at where we've gotten to. We're not looking at the final destination. We're reflecting back on the journey. And the process, sharing your gifts along the journey is so rewarding, and it really makes life feel that much more meaningful. Tip number 5, call on your village for support. And I know it's so vital for these tough seasons of life to really seek like-minded connections. And, if you can't find those people in your family, you can find them anywhere else. You can go to workshops, you can go to online communities. There's so many places and spaces for people who embody the core values that you hold within yourself as well. And it is just so energizing and invigorating to nourish authentic connections. Like, there's nothing more energizing to me than being around people that not only are 100% themselves, but who allow me to be 100% myself around them. There is like no better feeling than being celebrated for who you are. And I'm not talking about the parts of you that's like an asshole. I'm talking about the parts of you that are good, the best parts of you. There is nothing like being celebrated and seen and heard and appreciated by the people who you belong with, who you belong to. Those people who allow you to be 100% your best self around them are exactly the people that you want to nourish connections with. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this moment. I appreciate every single one of you. I love you guys so much. If nobody has told you yet today, I will tell you right now that I love you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you know that. Remember to start where you are. Like, life will never change unless you change first. And the great thing about change is that you don't have to wait for a specific moment. Change can occur at any moment. It's simply the moment that you decide to invite it in. Life changes start with you. And I thank you for being a part of this incredible community. Until next time, take care. I love you guys. Peace.